scary things like trees being blown over.
Just know, I'm not going out in that. We've got the tail end of Storm Eunice just hit the sort of northern part of England today with these amazing winds. Well, actually, yesterday afternoon and then today. There's never seen snowflakes the size that are dropping at the moment. So I want to do another video, but it's going to be another make it. Well, not really a make it video this time. More of a modification to a piece of gear that I've got, which I've been looking forward to doing for some time. I bought this. It's just a gear bag really, made out of canvas, and I really like it, but it's actually quite small, and it's good enough for taking out as a little bit of a day sack. You know, you can get a little bit of cooking equipment in there, bit of water, and yeah, enough to make a cup of tea and maybe rehydrate a meal, something like that. But I've always wanted one of the bigger ones, and you just can't get them at the moment. They're so rare. Ever since lockdown and people started staying indoors and making stuff and planning for when we were allowed out, these things seem to have just flown off the shelves. There's really nice Polish Army one, German Army size ones that are about twice the size, not too big, but just do the job a lot better than this little one that I've got. But it doesn't stop me from the fact that I think I could modify it in some sort of a way, and I'll show you some ideas that I've got with it. As you saw, the bag's pretty small, so I want to be able to try and get a bit more gear attached to it. And starting from sort of bottom to top here, I've got my German Army ground sheet that I use on just about every camp, which is really useful if you're laying out cooking equipment or having inside a tent that doesn't have an integral ground sheet. It's just brilliant, so I always want to try and have that with me. I've got this really nice vintage wool blanket, 100% wool, and I want to roll this up with the ground sheet on top and attach that to the bottom of the bag. On the top of the bag, I've got my Alpkit Elan Bivvy, which is great, really light, and I'm going to do a couple of straps that get that attached to the top so I can take it on and off. I've also got this sort of traditional, I don't know which nationality army it is, but I've got very nice, it looks tatty, but it's nice and clean inside. Nesting mug, a litre water bottle, and that's got a canvas pouch to it. And I'm going to take this off here, this sort of metal buckle, and put a couple of straps so I can attach that to the side of the bag. And in here, which has also already got a couple of press stud straps, this has got my tarp inside it, and I'm going to attach this to the other side of the bag. So basically the bag's going to look a little bit like this. I've got the bag itself, the bivvy's going to sit on top with a couple of straps. I'm actually going to refold this. This has got the woolen blanket inside it. I'm going to refold it so that that's actually a bit smaller. There's going to be the tarp on one side and the drinking bottle on the other, and then that'll give me all the space inside the bag for maybe my stove, my cooking ingredients, and anything else I'll need. And so to help me on my way, I'm just using bits that I already had. Got a couple of sort of fastening buckles here, which have also got the brackets to loosen and tighten the strap. I'm going to put on the shoulder strap using this canvas webbing here. It frays quite easily, so I'm going to have to do a lot of tucking there like that to stop it. got loads of these little buckles for the top straps. And talking about the top straps, here I go. Got this nylon webbing. It's not going to be particularly colour coordinated, but I think it'll work. Yeah, I'm just quite looking forward to giving this a try. I've been putting it off for a couple of years now. I've had that bag for absolutely ages, so got a bit of wider webbing there as well, but we'll just see whether I need to use that. So good, think I've got all the ingredients. I'll get on with it. Basically, I've just got loads of gear here, and I'm eventually just going to turn it into this hopefully quite neat modular setup, which will make this bag a lot more useful. But before I get on with that, I think I'm going to get a coffee. Oh. Okay, thanks. He does have his uses. This is the canvas pouch for the water bottle, and I've got a scalpel here. It's got this metal bracket here which I want to take off, and I was just going to sort of cut it down here and take it off and have this sitting here, but I don't think there's any point there, so I'm going to use a scalpel and very, very gently unpick the stitching and take this patch off completely without hopefully doing too much damage to the canvas underneath. If I do damage it at all, I can always sew it, because this part's never going to be on show, and you know me, I like to have stuff looking pretty nice if possible. So I'll have a quick go at, well, not a quick go, but I'll have a go at picking away at this. My brother's a surgeon, I should be getting him to do this actually. Just about there. It's been harder work than I imagined. It's got two kind of rivets in here, and one of them's obviously been replaced sometime. I don't know which was the original, but that one I prized out. I'm just going to have to do a little repair there, but this one's proving really stubborn. I can't get around it, so I've had to come from this end, from this side, and I don't know if you can see in there's the other end of the rivet, and I'm going to have to drill that out, I think. So it's off. Not the neatest of jobs, but I'm not in the slightest bit bothered. Just a couple of little holes there. I'll probably just sew a little patch over there now so that these holes don't spread, and then I'll get on with doing a couple of straps along there. So it's made a bit of a mess removing that little patch that was there, so I'm going to pop this bit over and just overlock it. So that's the first bit of sewing done. I've put that little reinforcement pouch on there, which will hopefully stop those holes fraying anymore. Next thing I'm going to do is, I've got a lot of this 25mm nylon webbing strap, and I'm going to sew two straps on the back of the water bottle like that, and I'm going to have a press stud in there so that it can be removed to just keep that modular idea that I've got for the bag. Didn't want to get too boring showing loads and loads of sewing, because you saw that on the last video. But there you go, I've made two straps. They're pretty simple. One end is going to be sewn in to the water bottle pouch, and these two are going to have clip fasteners, so that basically that lifts up. They go over some couple of straps that will be on the bag and clip into place. And with them clipped into place, I can still get the water bottle out without having to take, you know, the pouch off the side of the bag. So I'll get these sewn in and get some clips on. So these two straps are sewn in now. I've just got to add two press studs now so that it can be removed easily from the side of the bag. And I'll have some of my daughter's chocolate cake. Well, that might seem excessive, but there's a means behind the madness, which is now I've made the hole using the red hot nail. It's sealed it both on the entry and the exit and inside the hole as well. So there's no chance when I put the press stud in place of it fraying at all with use. That's this bit done then. Got 2 straps. And they're nice. And now what I've got to do is get a strap on the side of the bag now that will obviously be the receiver for these 2 to go through. Got the strap on there and these 2 here. So I'll feed them underneath there and onto the press studs. And there we have it. So we're quarter of the way there. I've got a nice drinks bottle holder on the side of the bag now. So that's nice and secure, and I can still use this pocket inside there as well, which I was going to sacrifice, but actually it's quite nice to keep it there. So bring it back a little bit. And again, next thing is I'll start on this side. Hope I'm not getting my microphone all the time. Sorry, I probably was. But this is the other side now, which I'm going to attach the tarp in its little pouch. So this is my homemade tarp. There's a link to that up in the corner. Where would it be? There. I've got it in this pouch. I bought this in Hong Kong actually. Just cost a couple of pounds I think. And it's already got 2 straps on it, so I don't have to go through the rigmarole of putting straps on. So all I'm going to do is use again some of this thick webbing here to make probably 2 straps across the next side and then feed these through. So I've got my water bottle on one side and my tarp on the other. So there's my 2 straps, and I've threaded those ones through for the tarp. That's done up, and yeah, I've put something in to bulk out the pack. I'll do it up and show you from a little bit of a distance how it looks so far. I put something in the bag to give it a bit of shape and bulk, but I'm pleased with that so far. I've got my water bottle on one side and I've got my tarp on the other, and I'm going to put my sleep system, well not my entire sleep system, but I'm going to put the bivvy on top, and on the bottom here is going to hang my blanket and ground sheet. So happy so far. Just about there really. Done the sides or the end of the bag, whichever way you look at it, with the tarp and the water bottle, and now I'm just going to attach some straps to the bottom and the top before I put a shoulder strap across the thing. So I'll show you what I've got for that. This is the top of the bag, and I've got some of this 25mm webbing here, and I'm going to sew in 2 bits, one here, one there, and just use these clasps And I don't quite know what those bits are for, but I might, I think it's maybe just to tidy up the end, so I'll put one of those on as well. But yeah, next job is to sew in into the top of the bag 2 of these straps. There we have the 2 top straps sewn in position. A couple of clasps. And that'll nicely hold my bivvy on top of the bag, and I'm going to do exactly the same with the bottom, although the sewing will be more difficult. And that's all the sewing done. The most difficult bit now is getting this bag out from out from under here, because the last time I did it I had to take the needle off. I'll see if I can get it out, but that should be the end of the difficult sewing on the bottom of the bag. God, it's been hard work. I'll show you what I've done. Bit of a change of scene because I'm in such a mess in the garage there, but I've now sewn 2 straps to the top of the bag. There's one, and I've done the same to the bottom, so I've got 2 loops. These may be a bit big, too much for tab sort of hanging there, so once I know what I'm going to be carrying underneath I might reduce the size of these, but for the moment they're alright. And the final job now is to put a shoulder strap that's adjustable around here, and I've got that canvas webbing to do that with. Getting there, I'm just going to sew in one of these at each end of the bag with a canvas sort of reinforcement bit, and then I can thread the strap, the shoulder strap, through this bit here. These are just some metal brackets that I had in my little materials box. I've got the right hand shoulder strap there, nicely held in by that sort of metal bracket. Adjustment strap, and held in that side there. All on. What I'll try and do now is load up the bag and attach the side bits and put a bit of bulk in the main part of it and just see how it looks. But yeah, I think it might have worked. Right, try the sleep roll on the bottom. And finally get the bivvy on the top. Yeah, gone over the top with the excess on these, but I don't know, there's not going to be always this particular bivvy on top, but how about that? So there's the whole thing. Got my bivvy, got the original bag, got my sleeping roll, got my water bottle and my tarp now. I think that's turned out well. I want to go and try it outside, and it'll get a better sort of picture for you if I show it at a distance what it looks like, but it's 7:15 now, and I've got a few jobs to do about the house, but here we go. Nice little modular backpack now, well, shoulder bag now, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying it properly outside and giving a demo. There's just one thing for it. Terrible, but it's mine. I've got my daughter filming here, and there we are. One Bushcraft minimalist camping shoulder bag. Hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to seeing you again. So that's the plan. I'm going to use my sewing machine for the whoa after use. Richard, just spoken English. Reinforcement pouch on there, which is going to hopefully stop those holes that were already there. I've now got to put 2 press studs in here so that it can be a nice move. Richard. Nothing's easy, is it?